Hi, everybody. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. We'll watch the Brooklyn Nets in this one as they go up against the Indiana Pacers. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson alongside Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. On the sidelines, Allie LaForce. And now in December, here's what the Eastern Conference standings look like. Taking a look at Indiana. They're in 8th place with plenty of games to be played. And, of course, Brooklyn, they're tied right now.
I think for the Nets, they've had that kind of mixed start that we've come to expect. Nothing that would indicate they're in for any kind of special season.
And, you know, perhaps with a roster move or two later on, they can start to break out of that pack.
So a look at the starters for the Pacers. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. Nembhard and Mathurin, they're the wings. And it's Halliburton in at the point. And then for the Brooklyn Nets, Nicholas Claxton out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. Then it's Williams, then it's Dennis Schroeder, and it's Johnson in at small forward. All right, Clark, a decent chunk into the season now. At what point are you starting to feel the aches and pains?
Well, let me think about that. It all depends, B.A., on your service time in the league. How many miles do you have on your wheels? For older guys, it only takes a few games. For the younger guys, they're on autopilot, and they just go, go, go.
And it's Dorian Finney-Smith with the foul. That's his first foul. Halliburton finds Turner. Here's Nembhard. Back to Siakam. 5 to shoot. Three-pointer Mathurin. And no good. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Jordi Fernandez. I asked Coach what his plan was for trying to slow down Pascal Siakam, and he said to make him into a jump shooter. He does the most damage around the rim, so we want to force him out on the perimeter whenever possible. It's not an easy task by any means. We'll see if they're able to do this. Back to you guys.
All right, appreciate it, Allie.
Halliburton, a really good knockdown shooter, which adds great value to this offense.
Pass to Williams. Down low. Here's Schroeder. A rebound by Turner.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
Nembhard outside. Here's Halliburton, covered by Schroeder. Outside Mathurin. From behind the arc. That's good. And Halliburton gets the assist.
And it's important Mathurin keeps hitting these shots because it'll only help build his confidence.
And Clark, a big part of Tyrese Halliburton's effectiveness, he is tall for a point guard.
Yeah, and you see that across the league, Brian. More and more teams making sure they get size on the perimeter. I mean, they're looking for length in the backcourt, and if you can find it in your point guard, that's even better. And Tyrese Halliburton, a poster guard for long, elite-level point guard.
Clark, talking about Benedict Mathurin, he's another great young Canadian player.
Yeah, they've got a ton of them coming from north of the border, PA. I mean, Mathurin, you got R.J. Barrett, SGA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I mean, at this point, you could probably fill a couple of rosters with high-level players that come from Canada.
And the Nets making a change here. Wilson's checked in.
And one thing Benedict Mathurin has no shortage of is raw athleticism. Now it's just a question of him honing that physical ability to be an effective pro-level player.
Outside Mathurin. Back to Halliburton. And there's 1:38 left in the first quarter of the game. Beyond the arc. Brooklyn pulls it in. This game coming after a loss versus the Bulls.
Just a tough road loss. You're going against players who are comfortable shooting in their own building. You have to find a way to disrupt their focus.
Yeah, and it's not easy to do. Much easier said than done, but they're capable of making it happen. It just comes down, I think, to will and desire.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, PA.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
Indiana making a switch here. Toppin, he's checked in for Turner. Walker comes in for Matherin. Jackson, he's checked in for Nimhart. And it's McConnell in for Halliburton.
Simmons is driving inside. I'm telling you, he's going to sky up for the flush. Getting to the bucket in no time.
And here's Toppin from the arc. Rebounded by Johnson.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Simmons looking around. Spins. And Toppin pulls it down. And so it's Walker with it. He brings it up for Indiana. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Brooklyn this season.
And they were the odds-on favorite in this matchup last year, but actually lost the season series.
Yeah, and for them, that was a bit embarrassing. So expect them to come back with a point to prove tonight.
Yes, it's good.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. And guys, what's your take on Indiana so far?
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
Pacers leading by 6. All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Well, guys, after their run to the conference finals last season, the Pacers moved to secure their roster moving forward, re-signing Pascal Siakam and Obi Toppin, and then extending Andrew Nembhard. With a young team that's already shown so much promise, there is upside in staying the course. This team should have some staying power for years to come, guys.
No doubt about it. All right, Shams, appreciate the report. On the court for the Pacers, second quarter underway. Toppin out there with Walker. Then there's T.J. McConnell. Then it's Moses Brown. And it's Halliburton in at the 2-guard spot. A nice shot by Milton.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Back to McConnell. Halliburton surveys the floor. Takes the 3. Brooklyn pulls it in. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
The Pacers have a star tandem with Tyrese Halliburton and the newly re-signed Pascal Siakam, who set up his all-star point guard. His knowledge of the game and his desire to win and get better, that's all you can really ask for from a young player. Out there on the floor together, I think it's naturally just a fit. Brian?
Okay, Allie, thanks. And Jordi Fernandez calls timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Well, Grant, we know non-shooting big men can clog the paint, but if they know where to move off the ball, that certainly helps.
Yeah, you know, big men who know those circle actions, like flashing to the open spot when their man gives help, they often end up with easy looks inside.
Miles Turner, he's checked in for Indiana. Nimhart comes in for McConnell. Wilson passes to Watford. Martin outside. Back to Schroeder. Walker pulls down the board.
That's the shot you hope for, right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
Halliburton, the pass to Nimhart. Outside Walker. Now Toppin. The 3 ball. Knocks it down from distance. Toppin's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Schroeder against Halliburton. Pass to Watford. Here's Wilson. The 3 is up. And that one fall for him. He's 0 for 2. Turner can always wow you with a highlight play. But Clark, he's gotten better at the small things as well.
Yeah, I agree with you 100% there. He can shoot the 3. He's always been an elite shot blocker from the day he stepped foot in the NBA. An excellent screener, but he has added small pieces to his total game in the little area.
Gets the 3 to fall.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Halliburton, the pass to Turner, and stolen by Claxton. Martin with the ball. He's picked up by Nembhard. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Halliburton outside. Here's Turner. And that one comes up a bit short.
When it goes in, it looks pretty. When it doesn't, question the shot difficulty.
Pass to Wilson. Over to the left wing. Oh, stolen by Turner. Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. And there it is for him. Walker's got his first points of the night.
This is how Walker likes to play. He invites contact and he dishes it out.
Halliburton against Schroeder. And the layup falls.
And they're in a better flow this quarter offensively. And their shooting percentage is steadily rising as a result.
And they're starting to heat up is what they're doing. They're on fire. I mean, that's what they need to climb back into this game.
Three-pointer, Halliburton. Oh, and he hits it at the buzzer.
Ending the first half with an exclamation point. The three-pointer adding insult to injury.
And so it's Indiana in command with a 13-point lead at the end of the quarter. They put in work down low, getting in close and scoring in bunches. Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Well, I'm here with Coach Rick Carlisle. A hot start. Coach, what did you like about this team's execution offensively?
We were making some shots. We moved the ball well at times. You've got to be careful about having the ball stick when they're doing their switching.
Good luck with the ball movement in the second half. Thanks, Coach.
All right, Allie, thanks for that. We will see everyone right back after this break, ready for the second half.
Please direct your attention to the second quarter. And get ready for the Fed half-court shot. Drum roll, please. They're measuring the shot.
Howdy, folks. The moment you've been waiting for is here. Before we recap the first half, let's see what the standings look like in the East.
Taking a look here at Indiana. Guess they're playing decent, remaining somewhat competitive. Just feel like this team is stuck right now, unable to get to the next level, searching for the answers.
And let's move on now to that first half. Obviously, a lot of work to do for the Brooklyn Nets.
To me, it starts with their effort. They have to become more active defensively to prevent easy look shots.
Yeah, the only way to slow down a team with good scores is to disrupt their rhythm. Otherwise, you fire up that barbecue.
Man, that was 1987 all over again.
Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Tyrese Halliburton has been sensational.
Through the first two quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway. They've got Johnson. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Williams. Then there's Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Claxton in at the 5 down low. And that's the group for Jordy Fernandez as we begin the second half. Oh, no. He may have gotten injured right there. Man, he's in a lot of pain.
Yeah, so tough. I mean, guys, I feel bad for him and the whole team. I hope it's not as bad as it looks.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, this is why you build out your depth as best you can. I mean, you just never know when injuries might show up.
Brooklyn making a switch here. Wilson's checked in. And stolen by Claxton. Johnson against Matherin. Johnson passes to Wilson. Off target from outside.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Nembhard, good. Nembhard's got his first basket.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Halliburton outside. Fires for three. Rebounded by Johnson. Nets trail by 13. Outside Schroeder. With the drive. And that one good. Schroeder's gotten 4 this quarter.
Boy, he's doing everything he can at this point. The rest of his teammates need to step up and give him some help.
Halliburton outside. Here's the three. Oh, you got to guard Halliburton from there.
His shooting has been fantastic, and this team has leaned on him.
And the timeout called here by Jordi Fernandez. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And let's check out a breakdown looking at some stats for Cam Johnson.
And his effective field goal percentage isn't in the best place right now. Over the last 5 games, he hasn't had much shot discipline. He'll be looking to play a lot smarter today. Yeah, and I can't help but remember Tyrese Halliburton in the 2024 All-Star Game. A spectacular performance from him in that one. And the icing on the cake, him dropping the shot that took the East total to over 200 points. Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Brian, Tyrese Halliburton, an all-star starter last season, is not done yet. He said, quote, "I want to be a champion, a Hall of Famer, and one of the greats. I want the next generation to talk about my ability as a basketball player. That's definitely the goal, and I don't ever set limits." Brian?
Allie just scratching the surface. Thank you, good stuff there. Three-pointer Matherin. Williams grabs the board.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Johnson inside. He's covered by Matherin. Johnson against Matherin. Pass to Schroeder. Here's Wilson. Up and in on the layup. Wilson's got 5 points.
And they keep on figuring out ways to force the rock inside and convert.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Three-pointer, Halliburton. That's a miss. And he's 7 for 11 from the floor. And Williams has got the ball here for Brooklyn. Trailing by 10. And Claxton throws it down.
Nice job hitting him right in stride. Excellent play.
Indiana's gone 2 of 6 from downtown here in the second half. Halliburton for 3. That shot missing. The Nets have gone 6 for 9 in the half. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
It's his first trip to the line. First one falls. Brooklyn making some changes. Simmons has checked in for Claxton. Martin comes in for Williams. And Milton subbed in for Schroeder. And Johnson drops them both.
He's making the most of every trip to the line, providing for his team.
Pass to Murphy. McConnell outside. Three-pointer. Sends it home from three-point land. He has 7.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
Left side, Johnson. Shoots over Walker. Johnson with a bucket.
They're making smart adjustments, setting guys up for success.
It's certainly been an impressive run. They finally found the right formula to break down the defense.
And so it's the end. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the fourth quarter. They've got T.J. McConnell topping out there with Walker. Then there's Tyrese Halliburton. And it's Johnson in at the 5, roaming the paint. To the middle. Here's Simmons.
Down it goes. Goodness, that was quick.
What a nasty finish.
Really can't let Simmons get going off of these dunks. I mean, his confidence just rises when he slams it down like that.
There's the AT&T 5G Slam Can, capturing the moment. Fires in the triple.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
A nice shot by Milton.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Three-pointer, Halliburton. Yes, and it's McConnell with the assist that time. McConnell's got 3 assists in the game. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone now. And the timeout called here by Jordi Fernandez. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. So Brooklyn going with almost an entire new group here. Nick Claxton, he's checked in for Ben Simmons. Johnson comes in for Watford. Williams is checked in for Martin. And it's Dennis Schroeder in for Milton. And a new group getting ready for Indiana. Turner, he's checked in for Johnson. Pascal Siakam comes in for Toppin. Benedict Mathurin, he's checked in for Walker. And it's Nembhard in for McConnell. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Jordi Fernandez's huddle. Coach wanted his guys to ignore the scoreboard. He said, don't even look at the numbers. Just take it possession by possession, make every chance count, and we'll see where we stand at the end of this game. Back to you guys.
Appreciate the report, Allie. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's going to be on Tyrese Halliburton.
What really makes Schroeder special is the energy he plays with. I mean, it's contagious and infects the entire team. He's like a lightning bolt of energy when he hits the court.
And he's good on the second. And the league has made it clear, Grant, it sees streaming at the forefront of basketball viewing going forward.
Well, B.A., it's a no-brainer. The internet is the future, after all, and streaming opens a lot more options for engaging with fans while they watch.
Next trail by 9. 1:56 left in the fourth quarter. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Halliburton for 3. Ooh, he's looking good tonight. He's drilled 9 of 15 so far.
Halliburton's future is bright, and that's got so many folks excited because he can really play and fill it up.
On the attack, Schroeder, 2 points. That one goes. Schroeder's got 9 points now in the second half.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Nails it from beyond the arc. Halliburton's got 28.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning. Have not stopped. Doing all he can so far, but they still find themselves trailing.
Well, now it's just a matter of watching the sand fall through the hourglass. This game is wrapped up in a strong showing for the Pacers.
Well, they were focused on being productive at the arc tonight.
And it ended up paying off big time. Just an overwhelming performance.
And with this one, they go double digits in the win column.
And against a familiar opponent, it's nice to establish a psychological advantage with the win in the first game.
Especially because they're going to get together 3 more times this season. You love to get an opponent figured out early, and you're going to be seeing them that often.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Tyrese Halliburton.
Anytime they needed a bucket, they'd put the ball in his hands and say, go make a play. It was impressive to watch.
And here's Schroeder outside. Indiana with a rebound. Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Now Halliburton. Six on the shot clock. Lets it go. Doesn't go that time. And so it's the Pacers taking care of business in this one. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, this building was stone cold silent. Allie, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Grant Hill, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching. We'll see you next time.